Hello,
everybody. Welcome to the return. Yes, it's so great. The day has finally come. Matt WhoShack is back live on the S.C.A.B network. That's the Super Cyber Awesome Bros. And it wouldn't be a bro partnering without my buddy, Mike Shannon. What's up, Mike?
How you doing, guys? It's great to be here.
Yes, it's great to be co-hosting Matt WhoShack with you. So we should probably just call this Matt and Mike's WhoShack, but anyway, moving on. We have Graham. Hello, Graham.
I'm still sober. Get moving, Mr. Edwards.
I bet you won't be by the end of this thing on. Stephen, what's
here.
up, Stephen?
Hello
Stephen?
there.
Good, good. Tim, what's up, Tim?
Hello.
Brian?
Yellow.
Daniel?
Hello.
And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, hide your wives, it's Bill. And I don't know why I used that particular segue, I just pulled it out of my rear end. But good to have you.
Well, I'll put this up here for you guys. Little thing from Florida SuperCon there.
Okie dokie.
I see you.
Nice.
Now, who is that with you, I might ask?
That's someone costuming as Amy Pond.
Yeah. I could have told you that, Matt, and I'm blind. Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was just somebody trying to be a redhead or just a rather bland redhead. Well, I guess Amy qualifies as both, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
What else about?
Looks like it could be my math teacher.
That doesn't add up, Matt.
Nice.
I see what you did there. Moving on.
Mr. Smith.
But yeah, that's cool though. That is.
Yeah.
But
Hang on. Let him get the footage out the roadway, Matt, then we'll go into the news.
Yeah, we're looking. Make sure you're highlighting his photos so the audience can see them.
There you go. Oh my God! It's Sylvester Mugambi. Yeah.
You went there, not me. Hey, do you have one? Do you have the one of the 6-sided with you?
I'll get to it. I'm going in order. There's just a few of these.
Yeah.
That's great. It's great to see some black hoovies out there, man.
Yeah.
And top of it, young ones that are fans of the classic Doctors.
That is cool.
And he did a great job on that costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, were those all homemade?
As far as I know.
Was he any good at rolling his R's?
On screen share, what's that?
No, if only he had a Scottish accent with. That would be
cool. We're seeing that one's your top hat.
too close, a little too close.
Oh, hold on, let me take it off. I see what I did wrong. Give it a second. Okay, can you see it better now?
Yeah.
No,
we have a viewer.
I see an Adam. Is that Tennant?
That would be 11th Doctor. Cool.
Funny enough, I thought the last one was the 11th Doctor.
It's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah,
and then next to last is this one.
Oh, there we go. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. You can get the blonde, like, look at that.
It kind of looks like the transition between 6 and 7.
Yeah. I mean, did they have a fine pair of hands on them, good for companion choking? Yeah.
Nice. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I know Mike Shannon would love to have that costume, wouldn't you, Mike?
One day I will. I will. I will have that costume. I will.
Yeah, hey, Mike, you know, I actually shook the hand that choked Perry, and I have
I know.
handled that jacket, and trust me, it might be comfortable if you were wearing it, but you would not grab your own arm. It would feel like, well, it's like coarse wool or something.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
I don't like. Always
Clockwork
Interrupts
Orange
speech.
gang here.
Yeah, they're singing in the rain.
sing in the rain. They'll sing in the rain.
Nice.
And Bill looks like he's auditioning for them.
Ooh. He's not Gene Kelly, I'll give him that.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great footage,
If
Bill.
that wraps it up.
Yes.
If that wraps it up for the photos, great.
Bill had a
photos,
fun
Bill.
day.
Thank you for putting those up for them.
Yes.
Yes, he did. I envy Bill for that.
I know.
From the great state of Florida, too.
Yes.
So anyway, gents, that's not the only thing we're here to talk about today. We are here to talk about something big, actually, that the BBC decided to drop on us today. May they all be blessed. The next teaser trailer entitled "I Can See Your Soul, Doctor," end quote. And as usual, we see the TARDIS blown up. We see a bunch of chaos going on, but other than that, we hear the sound of what we think might be. Bill, what are you doing? You look weird. You hear the sound of Davros, or what could be Davros, we're not sure. What do we all think of this mysterious voiceover? Graham, we'll start with you, since you've seen Alex some strong opinions on it.
Look, man, before
Start
everybody
with you,
goes...
because Graham looks Bill looks far too weird, so I'm starting with you.
Yeah. All right. Look, before everybody goes and jizzes all over themselves in a corner somewhere in their bedroom, we're not getting Davros back this year. This teaser is basically used to put emphasis on Capaldi's darker Doctor. Hence, the lingering pause on the word hatred right at the end of the teaser. And that wasn't even Julian Bleach. That was Nick Briggs. That's the voice he uses for the Dalek Time Controller and Big Finish.
Oh, so that's from a Big Finish audio, you're saying?
No, it's probably not. Julian Bleach was at the start of it, but at the end it was definitely Nick Briggs. They're probably just got him to read some new lines.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I think
no,
this
wait,
trailer doesn't necessarily.
Hold on though, Graham. You were saying that was actually. Are you saying that the line from Davros was used before, or it's the same voice?
It sounds like it's Julian Bleach, but I don't know if the lines were used before or if they've had him in reading a new couple of sentences. One thing is for sure, if you get Davros this season, I'm a black guy.
Whoa.
Well, we've already seen that black guys can be anything they want, so.
Yeah.
I think what Graham is saying is that
Brian?
this doesn't really represent an episode. It's just a teaser trailer to say, hey, look what's coming back. You know, just like the last one. I don't think that those are actual scenes from the series. So.
But then of course, Mike and I were talking about it. Why put out that trailer knowing that fans were going to speculate that Davros is back and then not having it in there at some point? It wouldn't make any sense.
Because it kills a couple of days of no news, and people are sitting talking shit.
Right.
That's what.
But then why not just have a Dalek use those lines instead of Davros? You know that was going to build false hype, so why do that knowing people were going to assume that? Here, let's just make them think something and then not include it at any point. That wouldn't. I'm not even saying this season. I'm just saying if they don't have the
Matt,
you know, they had to put that out knowing that people were going to think that.
Yeah,
so
but Matt, it's simple. It's simple promotion. Just because they threw that voice out there tonight, could be season 9 or 10 they're talking about. It's definitely no season 8. You know?
Yep.
Could be a look into the
Could
future,
be.
man. What were you saying, Tim?
No, I was just saying that these teaser trailers they're just throwing stuff out there to say, hey, look what's coming back. They're not necessarily quoting from the episodes they filmed, right? I mean,
not
like,
necessarily, although we don't know if they are or not yet.
Yeah,
But
I think
you're
these
right.
are just to create hype for the show coming back. You know, they're not
the
necessarily
thing is,
promoting a particular episode.
Right.
Well, we all agree, though, that was definitely DAVROS' voice, right?
The beginning of it. No, I don't agree it was the end yet.
Now, me and Mike were actually talking about there's a rumored story idea going around that the Doctor gets shrunk down to get inside of the Dalek brain. Now, we're of course taking this with a grain of salt, so all of you that like to keep your feet on the ground, don't frickin' yell at me saying I'm away from the
Matt, but before you go on a complete and total rant, I'll give you some validation of that.
Yes, Graham, that's exactly what I was going to say if you let me finish. We don't know if we don't know if it's going to happen. But if it were to happen,
Graham has some news. He has some news on this. Yeah, Graham.
Yeah, quit your computer frickin' lagging and listen to the Scotsman, okay? I was going to give you some validation to that because we've got other friends who've also been told the same thing. With regards to that's supposedly episode 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what I was going to get at is, could it be that that's not DAVROS at all, but somebody like I don't know, maybe the Dalek whose brain they go inside of, or perhaps a return of Dalek Khan? I don't know how that would work, seeing as how he supposedly died, I guess. But
Dalek Khan returning. There's really no reason to have Dalek Khan return, whereas you could come up with plenty of reasons for Davros. Also, you'd have a much different, very distinctive voice for Dalek Khan. As for any other Dalek that's not Khan, they just don't have that much personality.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I was actually watching the episode Dalek from season 1 of the new show the other day, and I was just surprised how much personality they seem to add to that Dalek, even prior to Rose touching him.
That was really bizarre.
Yes, it was.
The cult of Skaro, and they're not supposed to. But yeah, that's just an anomaly, and I just leave it at that.
And plus, he was out of the loop for a long time too.
Yeah,
almost like crazy. You know,
personalities, which might be an improvement.
True.
Could be.
Well, let's go to Mike Shannon. What do you think about this, Mike?
You know, I don't speculate much, but hey, man, I'm definitely not against. You know, if they want to open up a return to Davros, cool, man. I love Davros. It's one of my favorite villains from the Doctor Who era, all of them. So yeah, I'm not against it, but like, it kind of makes sense what some of the other guys are saying, where they're trying just to, give us some cool inside look into the Doctor, maybe like a different villain's perspective, not necessarily meaning that the villain's going to be in it this season, but you know what I mean? They might do something next week or next 2 weeks where you might hear the Master talking about the Doctor, maybe a similar scene, But still, cool. I'm glad they're doing it like this because it's not giving any indication that it will be in an episode. It's kind of leaving it a mystery, which is really getting us to really pumped up to really see this season, man. Like, really. Like, more than anything. I think they're doing a great job promoting this year. They're not giving us too much. They're giving us little tiny 10, 20-second little teasers, and that's cool. Without spoiling it,
Certainly does help the wait go by quicker.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm actually gonna, now that I think about it, I'm actually gonna try to go around the horn. So if you got something you want to say, I'm gonna try and go in order to where people can actually get all their 2 cents in. So I'll just start. I will just start the row anew and start from the left to right. So I'll go with Brian. What do you think,
That's you, Brian.
Brian?
Brian fell asleep.
No. What is it?
What do you think, man?
You don't have anything to add?
Through you we do. Sleep you did.
Wait, what is the question?
Oh, for the love of God.
Only on the WhoShack, folks. What do you think of the trailer?
Oh, the trailer. What? Okay, well, I liked the trailer. It was cool. It wasn't, it was again, I like that they're not giving, like, spoilers for the trailers and everything. So, and what I thought was interesting within the trailer, they show the doctor getting electrocuted on the telephone.
Like an X-ray, yeah. Like they've been doing it in the new Mortal Kombat games, where you can see the inside of the body when they're breaking the bones and stuff. Yeah. Was pretty cool.
Yeah. And it does confirm the fact that the BBC still think of the Doctor as an alien, not as a human. So for all of you who think he's been too human, you know. But that's just my personal soapbox, right? Moving on. Daniel, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it would be cool if Davros came back. I'm not against that. You know, it's really cool and yeah. And other than that, you know, I wonder what kind of effect that whole electrocution thing will do to the Doctor. Maybe Davros is doing something to the Doctor, like I don't know, maybe this is a descent into darkness, you know?
Though, can I just report for you?
Those were just effects on the trailer. We don't know if those things are going to actually happen.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mike just had his piece, so I'll go ahead and skip him. Just for now, I'll get back around to him. But Tim, your thoughts?
I mean, like you said, it's a decent trailer and concept, but I didn't think it looked that good. It looked like a video game X-ray.
Yeah. It reminded me of that. It did.
Yeah, and the point was to just show that, hey, it's the same guy with 2 hearts, really. So I don't think he was actually being electrocuted. I think that was just like saying, hey, this is the Doctor. I mean, because what does Davros ask him? I don't remember. What does he ask him?
I see into your soul, Doctor. I see beauty, divinity, hatred. Yeah. Well, yeah.
There you go.
Which actually, I don't mean to interrupt you, Tim, but that's actually a good point. But I'll get to that after I ask Bill his thoughts. Bill.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good trailer. Yeah, the effects were a little bit off, but it was a trailer, not a full episode. I do think they're hinting at Davros. You don't just use something like that. But that doesn't mean that it was a clip from an episode. It certainly didn't feel like a clip from an episode. It felt like it was, which was a teaser. I do suspect that it means that Davros is coming back, but you know what? It doesn't even necessarily mean that it's this series.
No, exactly.
Hinted this series that doesn't appear until the next, or even number 10. So, you know, all that we can do is wait and see on it. But yeah, it was a really good trailer, and it certainly made me hope that we'll see Davros as long as he and the Daleks are used well. They do get really tacky anymore.
I thought Davros was dead, though.
Well, he's been dead more than once. This is Davros. He and the Master are very good at being dead for a while.
That's true.
So, before I move on, Steven, what do you think? We didn't get to you, Steven. What do you think of the trailer, that is?
Yeah, it was an okay trailer. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
All right.
It's safe.
Short and
It's
sweet.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually wanted to expand it a little more, because now that Tim brought it up, in the line of dialogue is actually pretty interesting that we hear, where it basically says, "I see beauty and divinity in you, which is the hatred," and that got me thinking. It was confirmed in Asylum of the Daleks that the Daleks do have a concept of beauty, that being hatred. So it's obvious. Maybe it is a more new piece of dialogue they had to record. It's
back, I
probably
finish.
referencing that.
Yeah.
Right.
But what do you think? What do you guys think on the possibility that maybe there is a little bit more hatred in this Doctor? Because he did just kind of spend 1,000 years on a war-torn planet, and that will, in effect, change a person, don't you think? I mean, if I had to spend every waking moment seeing war going outside my door, I'd probably be a little bit kooky in the head as well. So I'll just start from the beginning of the row again with Brian. What do you think of that possibility that we might see maybe a more angrier Doctor, perhaps?
Well, I could definitely see that in Capaldi. Capaldi looks like the type of person that would have that, like, type of essence within himself. So I could see that definitely with Capaldi's Doctor.
Okay, Daniel.
Hmm? Yeah.
What do you think?
About
Do you
about
think
what?
we might do you think that judging by this dialogue that it has something to do with the fact that they're teasing that this Doctor might be different, maybe a little bit more bitter due to the fact that he's been on a war-torn planet for 1,000 years?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. And this is really exciting too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mike. Well, I'm sorry, Graham. I missed you, Graham. I had my mouse on you, so I kind of skipped over you.
All right. Will it be a darker Doctor? Hell yeah. Will it be due to trends of law? If you want to go by continuity, that's as good an explanation as any. But for me, I'm sorry, no. He's Glaswegian. He's fucking nuts. Hence why he's angry.
Also, you think it's just because he's Scottish that he's got the anger in his heart.
There you go. Lack of whiskey makes you
Are
frisky.
you saying... So what you're saying is, he's an evil Scotsman.
Time will tell, man. Time will tell. But can I just have a quick segue here? Mike mentioned the Master briefly a few minutes ago there. The latest rumour mill of the day, and I emphasise this rumour, which is probably bullshit, is that Michelle Gomez's keeper of the Nether Spear is actually the Master. Whoop-de-doo.
What?
Yeah. That's the latest bullshit getting thrown about certain sites.
I think that I regenerate.
So we're saying... Okay,
You
Bill,
like that, Phil?
I'll get to you in a second.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
Really
I'll get to you in a second, Bill, but... So, to finish up, Graham, I mean, so you're saying that it's more that he, because of his personality, that he inhabits as a result of regenerating, that he would be.
Yeah, well, he's technically, Doctor number 1 of a whole new cycle as well, so that might have something to do with it as well. But,
yeah.
And I love how you totally brushed out my Master thing there, but fair enough, man. Next.
Well, I was gonna get to that once I finish the row here.
Okay.
But you're right. It could be. That's an interesting theory because since it is the first of a new cycle, it could have regenerated him back to his most basic, alien roots. Maybe the humanity that he's accumulated over the years has been reset. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Show me a caveman and I'll fucking kill him. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, what do you think?
It's hard to say. I don't think he's going to be an angry Doctor. I think he's going I know a couple of us think. I think he's going to be kind of lighthearted, but when he does get angry or pissed off, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I do feel he'll have that to him. But I think he will be pretty. He'll be a pretty cool, nice dude. I think he will be. Maybe not at first. Maybe he'll be a little confused. But I think in the long, I think we'll see some funny from him.
Oh yeah.
He'll be funny. But again, like if he does get angry, I feel he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man. And then more on the master thing. Being that woman, Bill was telling me some stuff about that earlier too. He's got some cool speculation on that when you get to him.
Okay, I will. But in the meantime, Stephen Price, what do you think about the possibility that because of what Davros alluded to, seeing hatred, do you think there might be a possibility that we see, a doc that has more of the scars of war from Translore upon him, perhaps? Stephen Price. Yep. So, moving on. Tim, what do you think, my buddy?
I agree with Mike. I don't think he's going to necessarily be dark or angry doctor. I mean, all the doctors get angry from time to time. But, I mean, yeah, he's going to be, I think, maybe a little more stern, a little less... he's not going to take any bullshit from anybody, really. I think he's going to be a little more like, but I do think he's going to be funny. Also, I think he's going to be the doctor, basically.
Right, and that is a fair point, which is that the doctor has always had, especially against the Daleks, even if he doesn't outrightly say it. He's always had a special affinity for them. So. Who knows exactly whether that's what they're alluding to, but Bill, the floor is yours.
Okay, well,
what do you
think he'll be a good doctor, but I haven't seen enough to know what kind of doctor he'll be yet. I don't think that anyone has it. Yeah, I joke about Malcolm Tucker in the TARDIS, but that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's not really anything that I can add to that. Now, as for this whole master thing, I don't know. I heard a rumor, and it is nothing more than a rumor, that that Michelle Gomez might be the master. Yeah, I can't stress enough rumor and might be. I'm not saying that she is. And regardless of her being the master or the Ronnie or, I don't know, some character that has nothing to do with Gallifrey at all, as far as goes the master, if they do bring him back at any point here, I'd love to see something real proper and master-like for the master. Male or female, doesn't matter. I'd love to see the Cybermen come up. They try to do one of those conversions. It doesn't work, and then the master just says something along the lines of, that won't be happening today. I am the master, and you will obey me. And then you see him sending Cybermen at the doctor.
Yes. There you go.
There you go.
Right. Now, Bill, actually, I never really understood. This is a good time to ask it. What did you think of John Sim as the master? Would you like to see him again?
I'd like to see him long enough to give his version of the master closure. It would be good for him to be able to regenerate. As an actor, he wasn't bad at all. I like him. I think that he was a very horribly written master. He could have been any other Gallifreyan victim, and the character would have worked, or villain, and it would have worked great. But as the master, he just really wasn't up to snuff for being the master. And I don't blame that on John Sim. I blame that on the way that he was written.
Yeah, I agree. So, discussing about the master more in depth, real quick. There is this rumor, as Bill mentioned, about her being the master apparently, but me, much like the Dr. Being a woman, I'm not sure whether the master is as conducive to being a woman as well, because that would be a little bit awkward, wouldn't it? I mean, wouldn't you have to call, him the mistress now? And wouldn't anybody that writes her that was any kind of male worth his salt had to resist the temptation?
Well, hey, the master's tissue compression eliminator kind of looked like a dildo.
Yeah.
So why not give the mistress a whip?
There you go.
That's true.
It did, yeah.
Good one, Bill. Yeah.
Get a picture of that, Bill.
What, the whip?
The,
Oh, for Market Rani? Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Perry would want
But
a
you
piece
know,
of that.
guys, there was another little bit of a story I read this morning that kind of made me smile a little bit. According to one of the people that was on set for filming either today or yesterday, their daughter spoke to Peter Capaldi and asked him if he planned on playing the Doctor for a year, to which he responded with, "I hope I play the Doctor for many, many years." Yeah. So.
Well, just to err on the side of caution, that's what he perceived, what he would like. In life, you don't always get what you want. Just ask Colin Baker.
Yeah.
But it just got me thinking though how wonderful the guy is. You know, ever since he's been part of this whole thing, he's been nothing but class, taking time to sign autographs and everything. Even meeting a couple times with our buddy Stephen Price a little bit.
Yeah, Stephen Price hunted him down like Joseph Fritzl. Yeah.
So it got me thinking, ideally, what sort of time frame would we like to see him play the Doctor for? And I'll start with Brian.
Well,
Ryan.
What was the question, Matt?
In regards to Capaldi, how many years do you think he's going to play the Doctor, and how many years would you like him to play the Doctor for?
Well, I could see him playing the Doctor like 2 years at least.
Okay.
And how long I would like for him to be the Doctor?
Yeah.
I would say probably 5 years.
So about Pertwee length.
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel.
Yeah, I can see him playing it for like 2 to 3 years. I would like him to play it for 5 to 6 years. That would be great. Yeah.
All
that
right.
would be awesome.
Because it does bear repeating. I mean, we've already heard rumors, which could be, again, total bullshit, about the fact that the shooting schedules made him a little bit frail, but I don't believe that for a second myself. But moving on, Graham, what say you?
Well, minimum requirement is the standard 3 years that most doctors end up getting. 3 to 4 years. If I had my way, hell yeah, I'd have him equal either Pertwee or even equal Baker if he could manage it. But 7 years, that's one hell of a commitment.
Yeah. And especially at his age, you know, do you think he would even have a shot at it?
Get yourself.
As far as his health.
It comes down to his health as well, man. It comes down to the BBC as well. There's a lot of contributing factors, man.
But I'm just saying, if you could say, like, based upon, you know, his health and his acting ability alone, do you think he has a shot at doing that?
He probably will only beat Baker's, but I see no reason whatsoever why he couldn't at the very least equal Pertwee.
Oh shit, here comes Davros.
How ironic. But before I get to that, Stephen? Well, Mike, sorry, Mike Shannon, I skipped over you, my bad.
I would hope they would give him a solid 4 years, man. You know, for a new Who series. But yeah, like Graham, I mean, I could see a good 5 or 6 years, man. I would love to see him for many years to come. Hopefully, he stays healthy, man. You know, that's all. Simple as that.
All right, Stephen.
I'd like to see him do about 8.
8.
About 8.
He's going to be a more serious Doctor because I haven't seen him filmed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you having audio trouble, Steve?
Yeah, you're kind of cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, he told me on Skype it's messing up on him a bit.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. We'll come back to you, Stephen. Meanwhile, Tim. Hello, sir. Chief Ed.
Good evening.
Now, before I ask you the question later, we're currently on first. Real quickly, let me just get your thoughts on this speculation of DAVROS being back, and what did you think of the trailer?
I loved it.
And,
Although
and as far as DAVROS being in it?
it'd be nice to see him back, to be honest with you. Yeah, we left him. Don't know where he was left on a cliffhanger himself, so it'd be nice to see how he gets to whatever point, if he does come back, he gets to there. So I'd like a little bit of backstory of how he reaches that point if he does come back.
Yeah,
I like the idea in the trailer as well that because we're going to get a new sort of lighting scheme, that we've had the console by the looks of it like having a bit of a blow up as well. So although we're not going to get a completely new interior, we might get a slightly refreshed console as well. So that's going to be another thing to look forward to, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it does bear repeating that again the Christmas special did leave off with them crashing. So. But one of the questions we were in the middle of asking was, one, do you think the line about there being hatred in him might have to do with the fact that there's going to be a more war-torn doctor, being that he's been on Twindlore for 1,000 years, you know? And the question that I currently asked is, how long do you think Capaldi is going to play the doctor for, and how long would you like him to play the doctor for?
I think you'll see him stay for, if I'm honest, I think you will see him stay for 4 seasons. Would I like to see him longer than that? That remains to be seen. I think he's going to be a fantastic doctor. Whether I'd like to see him beyond that, whether you think it's going to time to refresh it every 4 years, 5 years, it does benefit well from refreshing it that every so often, no matter how good an actor is. So. I would say, until I see it, I don't want to push it any more than 4. With regards to the hatred sort of side of things, I don't think he's going to have sort of post-transit stress disorder, but it's going to be. I was talking to Graham about this a little while ago, that I think that the new Doctor is going to be obviously more in your face. He's maybe going to question his own actions, and he's going to go to places and be a bit more forthright than other doctors were before. So he's going to, he's unsure of himself, and that's probably why in the earlier trailer, Clara says she doesn't recognise him, because he's that much, full on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's got me stoked, man.
Nice. Yes, me too, man. I think it has us all stoked, to be honest with you. That's why it brought out the WhoShack. But Tim, moving on to you, your thoughts.
Well, I think at the minimum he'll do 3 if he can. I don't think anybody now is going to do more than 4. I mean, as much as you'd like to see him for 7 or 8 years in the part, I don't think anybody's going to, because the show is designed now just to be renewed every few years, isn't it? So I would say he would probably do a minimum of 3, hopefully, if it really just didn't wear him out too much. And maybe do 4 and beat the other 2 guys' record, the young kids. So that'd be cool. But I can't see him doing more than 4. I can't see any doctor doing more than 4 with the format they have now.
Well, Tenet was technically 4.5 if you want to be technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're talking about time in the role, but we're talking about number of seasons too. I mean, so yeah, Tenet was 3.5 seasons. Smith was 3 seasons and a couple of specials. So I mean, yeah, Smith was in the part for 4 years, but he did only 3 seasons. So series, whatever you want to call it.
But I think after 4 years as well, they'll be thinking that the people who started to grow up with him, they'll be starting to get a bit old. We want to start bringing in a new lot of fans. So that's probably why they look to refresh it after that sort of amount of time as well.
Yeah, true.
And I don't think a lot of actors want to stick in the part that long. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but Bill, what do you think?
I was responding to my brother. I missed the question.
I was just saying, how many years do you think Capaldi is going to play, and
Yeah.
how many years would you like to see him play?
I don't have a crystal ball. I know that at a minimum give him 3 because unless he doesn't decide that he wants to do that many, which what I know about him, I don't see that happening. So I'm going to say minimum is 3, but I don't know exactly how long they're going to use him. I'd like to see him, if he proves to be as good as I think that he will, to stay on at least as long as Tom Baker. But again, that all depends on what happens.
Alright. Right. Now, I was looking at Doctor Who TV today, and I noticed that the final writer for Series 8 has been confirmed as Mr. Frank Cottrell-Boyce, who you might know is the guy who ran the opening ceremonies to the Winter Olympics. And there's a lot of praise going on for him as well. And it got me thinking as to the overall roster of the new writers. You got Phil Ford, Gareth Roberts. I believe even there have been some new directors like Rachel Talalay on board. So, what do you guys think of this overall cast of writers that they have assembled for Series 8? And who are you most excited to see contribute this season? Brian, we'll start with you.
Well, I mean,
What was the
I
question?
don't know. I mean, I never heard of any of those names, so.
All right then. I'll just go to somebody who might know. Graham.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it'll be interesting to see what Frank Coral does with his episode 10. Phil Ford, he's got a pretty, sleek resume. He could probably do okay. I'm just a little bit upped that after the shambles of last year, they brought back Stephen Thompson. They could have gave
I
another
for one
writer a slot.
enjoyed doing the center of the TARDIS, but
Yeah.
But it depends on your definition of shambles, really.
Well, that's
yeah.
true.
Because I like both of his episodes.
Now I see that Mike is away, judging by his screen, but I'll try and see.
No, I had to pick up some pieces of chocolate I dropped on the floor.
No. Chocolate balls.
Oh, that's nice.
I dropped
So
all my
as for the
chocolate, man. Shit. I can't.
Only on English, man.
No, I'm looking forward
You-
to it, man. I think, like Graham said, I agree, man. I think all the directors, or writers and shit, man, pop us out some great stories, man. At this point, I don't prefer any writers over others, but I'm just looking forward to just a great, story for these episodes we're going to get all together.
Right. Right. Steven.
Yeah,
His audio's on.
question.
Judging by who's writing for the season, who are you excited to see write? Which story are you excited for out of the writers that have been announced?
The Cybermen one.
That's Moffat.
That would be Frank. That would be Moffat.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being excited about Moffat. Nothing wrong.
No.
Yep.
I think his question was
We have
directed to the
no
new lot, though.
actually not Moffat haters here.
Hey guys, I'm going to have to jump out of the call here because even though I'm not at the convention today because of my arm and everything, I do still have to get some writing work done.
No problem, mate. You need to
Alright,
cut
bro.
out that masturbating.
Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
you guys have a good day.
I'll talk
See
to
you,
you
man.
later, bro.
See you, Bill.
See you,
Yeah,
Bill.
great to have
I'll be free later tonight.
All right.
you. Okay. Good to have you. All right.
See, you
So
mix
that
him
would
off
be.
and you get him
So
away.
that would do.
Yeah, Scotland.
That is a little funny.
There's even a dark character that Vil fears.
Cops
He
and
might
Moffat.
not.
Yeah.
He might not fear Satan, but he sure as heck fears Moffat. So, moving on, Beefhead.
Well, yeah, I think like Mike says, I think it's just a case of I just want really strong stories. I'm not going to want to choose one writer over another. Yeah, like Steve says, I'm excited to see the Cybermen come back, and it's going to be, I don't know what's going to happen with Unit, but it's going to have nice to have them back in the mix as well. I wouldn't mind seeing the robots of Sherwood as well. To be honest with you, I reckon that might be a bit of a fun one. So yeah, I'm just really excited about seeing it, to be honest with you, and I just want the stories to be good. Whoever writes them, I just want them to be solid and and give Capaldi something to work with.
Yeah, and it does bear repeating that we tend to get cynical a lot in this fandom, but at the end of the day, Doctor Who is a TV show made for our enjoyment. They do it with the intent to make us all happy, and I actually came across a comment that said that he watches Doctor Who because he expected to just enjoy it when he watched it, not because he watched it with a neutral mindset of expecting to be made to enjoy it. You know what I mean? You should go and do a show wanting to enjoy it first, and not try to be too picky about who's writing what or what worked there versus what didn't. But yeah, Tim.
Yeah,
Final
you don't want to
thought?
go into it critical. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're not cutting me off at all. I think, yeah, like you're saying, you don't want to go into it just like with a critical frame of mind. You want to go in, it's a program we all enjoy and just want to be entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim?
Well, I mean, I can ditto everything Tim just said. I'm going into it like I'm looking forward to the whole run of episodes. If I could mention one writer that I'm glad he's back, it's Gareth Roberts. He tends to write some of the more funnier ones, like The Unicorn and the Wasp, and the two with Craig. He wrote both of those. So he's written a lot for the Sarah Jane adventures also. So he's a really good funny writer. It's good that he's back after a year's absence or 2 years absence.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I can't really think of any other stories besides this next one, but we could talk about how there's been an interview with Paul McGann, and he says that Peter Capaldi should be given a full run without even having to worry about him, and he doesn't think it's likely. And there have been rumors about him appearing maybe in some capacity for this season. There's been all this talk about a spin-off, but I personally, I'm kind of glad they're not bringing him back anytime soon, because, not to say I'm not a Paul McGann fan, but I think, especially with the first series in particular, you want to give a Doctor a fresh, clean slate and not risk him being overshadowed by anybody. That said, though, I think McGann would be entertaining to see, but I don't know if it's the right choice to pair him with a new Doctor this early in the show. We'll see what you all think on that. Brian?
I mean, well, I think that I would love to see Paul McGann back, but like if he were to come back, but if he were to come back, I would like to.
Go ahead, Brian.
Like maybe the adventures that he had in the audio dramas, because I think that'd be an interesting take. Like see it like in a live version of it.
Yep. No, it is worth mentioning that if you go by what McGann said in the prequel, if you want to look that deeply into it, Big Finish could be canon, but we don't know. But moving on, Daniel.
Yeah,
I skipped over your last question. I just figured you wouldn't know much about it. So
I would like to see Paul McGann come back. That would be great. I mean, when I heard the rumor, I was like so excited, but I don't know. I mean, I hope this season or maybe next season. I'm not sure. But yeah, that would be cool, and I'm really excited for like the last episode, especially. From what Joe said, like the past companions may come back and.
No.
Or a Cyberman. I don't know. I mean, you think something like that. That could push the Doctor over the edge. That'd be cool.
Brian just says no. No.
Why?
Brian said no, guys. Therefore, we can't have it.
You're wrong, Daniel.
Oh,
There you go. Tell
oh.
him.
Testify, Brian. Testify.
No, but Daniel, you don't think that? What do you think about him saying that Peter Capaldi shouldn't be overshadowed by him?
Like,
It's an ambitious statement.
I don't know. I mean, are you like overshadowed by who?
Paul McGann. Peter Capaldi being overshadowed by Paul McGann. You think it's right for a new Doctor in its first series to be paired with Paul McGann so early?
Oh man, I think he could come back, man. That would be cool. It wouldn't matter, man. It'd be cool, you know? But maybe Paul McGann will play like the Master or something. I don't know.
Okay, that's a little weird. Graham, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing McGann back. You know, we've only had the 2 outings from him, but no this season.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that with the new Doctor, you need to keep things, open for him and have more time to establish him as a character, especially when you don't know to say. Then you need to use every episode you can to have his character as fleshed out and as well connected with the audience as possible. And I don't know if you can do that in the multi-Doctor story.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mike.
Yeah, well, I would love to see McGann come back and do a little, maybe a story with Capaldi eventually. I don't know, this season, because, we still got to get to know him a bit. I mean, to throw another Doctor in there right away. But Eccleston's one of my other picks that I would like to see with Capaldi. If, I know that's highly unlikely more than anything. But and Paul McGann having his own spin-off, as much as I would love to see it, I don't think it would be good for the, for Capaldi's run. Because it'll be a competition thing, and fans will make it that way, and it'll get ugly. Yeah. Maybe again, do a special. Maybe do a special with McGann, like separate. When we ain't got no Doctor Who on, I'd be all for that. A little special, maybe one of his audio stories or stuff. But I wouldn't. Again, no, I would like another spin-off of the show, but I wouldn't do it with another Doctor. I would do it with maybe a companion like it did before, or unit or whatever. But I wouldn't put McGann in that role.
Maybe the supposed River and Jack spin-off that they've been pitching.
Captain Jack?
Well, I don't know. That sounds really unlikely. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Yeah.
I would go to Burger King.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Burger King? Oh, shit. Well, alright. Well, never mind.
Have it your way.
Yeah.
Matt Edwards endorses Burger King. I actually have Hardee's here at the house I ate this morning.
Matt Edwards is part of the Rainbow Revolution. Yeah.
I don't think Matt knows about the gay Whopper. I think he's out of that one.
No, I don't play on my own team.
Hang on, Matt. I apologise. Who's doing the dishes?
I can possibly comment.
It should be fair. Okay.
Can somebody share screen the picture of the new Whopper for Matt?
Yeah.
Matt does not know what we're talking about here.
Rainbows and lollipops. Yeah.
Matt just said it was his team, and also I think we should stress it out that.
No. I said I don't play for my own team. In that way.
Matt, can I also ask you a question? Have you also touched on the subject of them premiering the first episode in Cardiff next?
That's a good point. We'll get to that as soon as we go around. But yes, in the meantime, why don't you share screen this Whopper picture for me so I can get my honest reaction? And remember, guys, this is going to be a Matt Edwards reaction, so it might be a little bit out of left field. But let me go ahead.
Is somebody getting it, or do I got to get it?
I can't get it.
Right.
My hands are full.
You may already have it in your history, Mike.
Oh, Mike. Lay it on me, Mike.
Alright.
I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
When you want something satisfying to put inside your mouth, yeah.
Get yourself a rainbow wrapper and let's all do the sliff. Yeah.
All right, let me see this here.
Now that is the Proud Whopper for the Gay History Month or whatever it is. I don't know what the holiday is. Gay Pride.
I don't know, but Gay History Month's funny.
So yeah, so
Daniel, what's the holiday?
Now, all I see is the wrapping paper. I don't see a picture of the actual sandwich. Is there one of that?
It would have been better if they done a hot dog.
They actually put a some kind of commercial, fan-made commercial out for it somewhere. But this is the new Proud Whopper. That's going to be all over the world. Yeah.
Now let me just go before I say this. I'm not homophobic. Some of my best friends are gay. I mean, I'm in a call with these guys.
Graham.
So that should give you all the
right. We're good. We're good.
That being said, I don't know how any straight person can agree with this, because I can understand wanting equal rights and people should be allowed to love who they want to love. But come on, if you're gonna gay Whopper, can't we have like a straight Pride Whopper? You know?
How about a Proud to be Black Big Mac, dude?
Yeah.
Like, where's that at? You know? Yeah.
Plain black wrapper.
Transgender Taco Bell. Yeah.
Transgender taco.
Elon gave it his Long John. There you go.
Yeah. How about a Scottish Whopper that has haggis on it?
That happens, by the way.
Oh shit.
Oh, hey Mike, by the way, did you see they were trying to lift the ban on haggis over there in the States? You might be able to get it yourself, mate, if the boys on the hill did their job right.
Why is there a ban on it to begin with?
I don't know. It's something to do with the fact that it's sheep's entrails or some fucking thing.
Oh my god. Oh. Let's hope they lift that ban.
Matt Edwards is not endorsed either.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying that I don't have any problem with the gays, and if they think this is really necessary, I guess, you know, if that's your thing. Me personally, I don't think it's right, because if you're gonna have it's one thing for wanting equal rights, but now this just screams special treatment. Why do you guys get your own Whopper? Why do you need your own Whopper? You know what I mean?
Matt, to be fair, it's not the gays' fault. It's the marketing strategy of the company.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a marketing strategy.
I just don't agree with whoever made the decision. It just seems like special treatment to me. It's not about equality. It's just, you know, there are other ways. I don't know. As I speak, I'm losing millions of gay subscribers. I can just see it now.
Let's have a burger for the sausage jockey. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't agree with it. It just seems like special treatment to me, rather than equality. But moving on. I think we'll get to Steven. Question being I forgot what my actual question was.
It's about Paul McGann.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Paul McGann being back? Possibility.
Yeah, you won't come back in this new series, probably in series 9. What?
You're loud, man.
Your mic was a little loud.
Paul McGann.
You don't give me a heart
Stop
attack.
fucking talking over me, man. I think you come back in series 9. They might do like a 2-Doctor episode.
Cool.
Okay.
Can you turn your mic down now?
Okay, moving on before any fights break out. Beef head, give us your thoughts, beef head.
Well, no, let's have Tim's first, because I don't want to. Yeah, I was late to the party. And, yeah, Tim's been very patient, so let Tim go first.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I'm glad that Paul McGann has joined us in the real world. Now, I mean, because the idea that they were going to have a spin-off series with another doctor running at the same time as one with a brand new doctor is just out there bad crazy. That was never going to happen. And in spite of how many petitions you have online willing it to happen, I mean, I agree with everybody else. If you're ever going to see him again in the role, it's going to be if they have another multi-doctor story. Or if they have a spin-off program with the Paternoster Gang or something, he's a guest appearance on that or something, when his doctor shows up or something. That'd be cool. But the idea that they were going to have a spin-off with a former doctor running at the same time is just stupid. That's never going to happen.
Something I want to bring up, might be a chance of Capaldi doing audio later on.
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably need a couple of hidden novels, Steve. So.
Yeah.
They're already doing a 12th Doctor novel, actually.
3 of them.
That will be out soon.
September.
I don't have the info on that on me, but I do know one is in production.
There's 3 being released in September.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I think we'll move on to the subject that Beef had actually brought up, which is, what do you think of this early premiere that's going to happen? It's going to be where? Do you have the info on that, Beef? Where it's going to be broadcasted?
Well, it's the world tour that kicks off on the 7th of August, and they're going to be, part of it is that they're going to be premiering the first episode of the new series in Cardiff.
That fucking sucks.
Okay, we'll go.
We'll suck if you're Steve.
No, wait. We'll go around the horn. We'll get everybody's thoughts. Ryan.
Yes.
Well,
Can I just ask a question? Tim, is that going to be every place they stop? So, for example, are you going to get to see it in London a couple of weeks early?
No, of course I'm not.
I honestly do not know, because this is the only details they've released so far with regards to the world tour. Because I thought the Cardiff and London thing was supposed to be on the same day. They're doing Cardiff in the morning and they're doing London in the afternoon.
I think it is.
But are they not doing the same thing at each event, like showing the episode, or is it just, just in Cardiff?
I'll be stoked if they are.
That'd be even mind blowing if they were going to every city and showing that.
Because a lot of the other places they're going are unusual places, like was it Brazil or
South Korea?
South Korea, yeah. Mexico City, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's like the Comic-Con situation last year, but in time worse, isn't it?
Yeah. Come and pay 11 quid and you can see it 2 weeks early.
Well, I just want to say I'll be watching the first episode before all you lot.
Tickets going on sale on
Pick that up, Graham.
I fucking hate you.
Okay, well, Graham has already had his turn. What about Mike?
No, Mike. For the minute,
hey man, I think it's awesome because my good buddy Steven is going there. So I'm going to be talking to him right after he sees it, man.
Yeah. Matt, can I say that?
No, don't worry. I won't give away. No spoilers.
Yep. Hold on a second.
No, Steven's going to film
Brian wouldn't even take his turn. Daniel I haven't gotten to yet, which he really doesn't have any comment on it, but okay,
no, you should ask him first.
Well, I could ask Daniel, what do you think of this premiere that Cardiff's getting?
Oh, this is gonna be so cool. I mean, you video camera, man. Put it on just show us, man. Video camera.
Yeah, they're going to let you in there with a video camera.
We're gonna kick out Brian. Yeah. So, Graham, I know you've been trying to lash out on this whole podcast, so
fuck.
the floor is yours.
Here's my problem. I have no problem with the Welsh people seeing this thing on the 7th. All right, Stephen Price, you're a lucky bastard, and I hate you. That notwithstanding, I have a couple of concerns. Number one, are we supposed to stay off the internet for 2 frickin' weeks because this is going to leak? Number two, is every other city going to get the same thing, or are they just going to get a wave, a free pen, and a fucker to buy?
Right.
Number three, who come up with this? What type of marketing strategy is this? Because unless you're going to show it to every city, it's just totally unfair on the rest of them and the tour.
I assumed a few weeks ago that's what they were going to do. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I knew it was going to happen. I'm just saying, like, I assumed that they were going to do something like that for this thing. And I'm guessing they're doing it in every town. I mean, every place they visit.
Well,
So,
I already know what Steven thinks, but I'll get clarification if you want to add anything.
I shall be there watching them arriving, taking pictures.
Fuck.
Maybe having my third photograph with Mr. Cabaldi.
And this photograph?
My third photograph.
Oh, sorry. All right, okay.
So, to be fair, I think you were trying to say that it's just like the Comic-Con situation, correct?
Well, yeah, it seems to be that way a little bit. Yeah, I can understand them sort of wanting to give something back to Cardiff because of they've been the hosts of the filming and for so many years and that. But I think there will be a backlash from it. Is that sort of internet being what it is, that it leaves it open to spoilers. To be honest with you, if they gave them a full or an extended trailer, I can understand that. But the whole episode, that's a huge leap. Yeah. So I mean, we'll just see how it goes down.
Well, have they ever done anything like this for the 11th hour?
No.
Nope. Well, the World Tour is a whole new breaking ground, really. So yeah.
What does it say for how highly they think of Capaldi is that to do this?
Well, I think it shows how much confidence they've got in it. That's for sure. I like the fact though that they have made it accessible as well. Though it's not going to be they've opened it to the public. They haven't just made it press exclusive, and they've made the tickets for it. I think for adults it's £10 and for kids it's £6, which in dollars you pay about $14 and $9.
£11 for adults.
Yeah, so it's accessible to the fans as well. I think it is a give back in that sense, but I feel there may be a backlash to it ultimately.
Well, all I can say is, you dirty Brit complaining about Comic-Con, now you get to deal with it with your own people. So ha!
Actually, Matt, it's just the Welsh. Us poor bastards are left out. So.
Yeah, it's the Welsh people. They're
say that about the tour, though.
At least now the problem is in your country, not ours. So, yeah.
As far as backlash goes, isn't there always one over something? I mean, that's all who fans do is complain, really.
You know what? I don't think it's going to be a big deal because I don't think there's going to be too many spoiler things happening in the episode.
There'll be a bunch of fake ones.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be some, it's going to be the introduction of the new Doctor, so you're not going to get much. Even, I'm sure I'll talk to Steven after, and I'm going to want to hear it, but I don't think it's going to be, too bad.
It is going to be longer than normal, so they will have time to do more things than we're used to for the first episode, I guess.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order my ticket online first thing on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be, it's going to be a queue miles long outside where it's being held.
Yeah.
Do they not go on sale till 10 o'clock in the evening or something though? I saw earlier, or.
But it does bear repeating that after Steven sees it, we could have Steven on to help us talk about it, to tell us what he saw, and give us his thoughts.
Well, I'm really surprised that Stephen Moffat is allowing this. I would think this is the guy that simulcast the 50th so nobody could see it ahead of anybody else. I mean, so why is he allowing this all of a sudden? I mean,
that's the question.
It might have been a BBC situation more so than a Moffat.
I mean, there's no way they can make everyone there sign a non-disclosure, is there?
No.
How many does that place hold? What do you reckon?
Good question. I don't know. Steve?
Stephen?
It's quite a big.
Would you say 1,000?
I think about 1,000.
1,000 disclaimers, I doubt it. Yeah.
So,
Stephen Price walking the red carpet.
Yes.
Yeah.
but
Cunt.
I guess that'll be our next thing. Then we'll have Stephen there to help us try and piece together what happened, get the scoop from him.
Yeah, it's not that. We'll have a friend or two that's seen it, and this leaves open a possibility that the episode could get leaked online, even as a bootleg. I mean, there's a possibility that could happen.
I think the first thing they'll be checking for is cameras in there, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure a lot of these theater goers are pros at hiding their equipment.
Yeah, especially the guy that filmed Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was bad, man.
Unless they're hoping that this is going to increase the hype, because they're not going to want people staying away from their TVs on the 23rd. They're going to all want them there watching it, man.
Yeah.
After they've not seen it already.
It just depends how it goes, man.
It could hurt the overall ratings, because why would you watch something again that you've already seen if it does get leaked?
well, not really. If it's only 1,000 Welsh, then I mean, I still imagine people are going to watch it on TV instead of in a loud theater. You know, I mean, even if they've already seen it, they're going to want to watch it again.
I mean,
probably.
I just say,
that sounds like a novel title. Doctor Who and the 1,000 Welsh. And the 1,000 Welsh.
I mean, are we sure they're showing the whole episode, or maybe they'll cut like a couple minutes off the end or anything like that, or what?
It is world premiere, so you know. I just don't get. I mean, if it's only Wales that's getting it, I just don't get what they've got to offer the other cities if they're not getting the episode either.
We're still not sure about that. I think they might be doing the same thing in every town, no?
No, but I'm saying if they're not, Tim, what's the point? Because why are you in New York? The Welsh got it. We're royally screwed. You know.
That's true. Well, guys,
it doesn't really bother me one way or the other. I think we should all just play nice, you know.
Yeah, let's all play nice. Stephen Price is still a dick. Yeah, let's all play nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see they're throwing all the publicity
We're
towards
all
this new
dicks
series.
when it comes to this podcast. I'm a dick. I'm a very well established dick.
Speak for yourself, Matt Edwards.
Yeah.
Are you challenging my dickishness, Mr. McLaughlin?
No, you're the biggest dick I know.
The word Matt and dick will be synonymous.
Yep, you look up the word dick in a picture, and under the dictionary there's a picture of Matt. Yeah.
Maybe Burger King made the Whopper in my honor because I'm such a huge dick.
There you go.
Awesome.
Well, at least the gay one.
Right.
Yep. Yes.
You're a rainbow dick. Yeah.
You keep walking right into these, Matt.
Brain that sunglasses and hat combo is so 10 minutes ago.
Steven sent me the seating plan for this place. Let's take a look at it.
Okay.
Okay, share your screen, Mike.
I can't scratch.
Yeah.
You see it?
It looks like a rather big stadium type layout.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
What is your seating thing, Mr. Stephen Price? Have you ever taken it?
You reckoned 1,000.
Yeah, try to get row A.
Row A, yeah. Row A in centre, yeah.
Well, in my experience, you don't want to be in the total front row when you go to a movie.
All right. Row D.
There you go. You want to be far back a little bit so you can get the whole screen and it's not just in your face.
I'd be happy to sit anywhere there, man.
I'll sit in the fire. I'll sit in the fire.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think Steve will want to be sitting on Jenna Coleman's
There you
lap.
go. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he'd want her to sit on his lap. I don't know if Jenna would want Steven on her lap.
Oh,
Shit.
there you go.
You know, that's a little bit too much cushion.
Elasticity.
All right, I think that's all we got for this episode of.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
is. We're going to wrap it up here.
It's
So-
dinner time, folks.
Final
let's hope we get
thoughts,
something-
Brian?
Final thoughts. Okay. Well, my final thoughts is
Enjoy your hot dog, Brian.
my final thoughts is
You enjoy that Pride Whopper, Brian.
new
Julian.
final thoughts. New season, can't wait. Gonna be awesome. Woo woo
Okay.
woo.
Yes.
Thank you, Rick Flair.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh,
You
God.
know, Daniel.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, especially the last episode.
Okay.
What do you think of that Pride Whopper, Daniel?
What?
What do you think
Well,
of that Pride Whopper?
I
You
don't
didn't
even
say-
no.
Look it up, Daniel. You'll find it. Let me know later. They named it after you.
Oh.
Graham.
Well, we're getting close to, what are we, 51, 50 days out? 50 days out?
50 days exactly,
40,
actually.
43 for, no, sorry.
Oh, Brian, why'd you mute Daniel for whatever reason?
What?
That's not cool.
What happened?
That's not cool. You muted Daniel for whatever reason. Brian did.
Anyways, I would say, we're 50 days out. If you're Stephen, fucking 36 out, lucky bastard. Yeah, bring it.
Yeah. Okay, we just lost Beefhead. Well, now we just gained Beefhead, but first I'll go to Mike. What do you think? Final thoughts on this cast?
I think it's great, man. It's good to see the Shack back, man. You know, it's always good. It's good to be here. And again, like always, looking forward to the Snooze Doctor's adventure, man. I just can't wait. I also want to throw in, don't forget to check out our other buddies' channels and other channels we appear on, such as the Real Whovians,
Well,
such
I'm
as.
going to get to that, but yes, check out the Real Whovians.
Well, I'm getting to it now. I jumped it. And
jumped the show.
also check
Okay.
out the Whovians that we will be doing some classic episodes tomorrow. We got the King Demons coming up, one of Tim's favorites there, and we will have the Girl in the Fireplace this Sunday.
Oh, pizza's at the ready. Yeah, the 212. Yeah.
Yeah, so check that out, guys. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I can't wait to see the episode. I can't wait till we're all together talking about the episode after we see it.
We're convincing
seems
our
so
other
short
friends
now,
that it's
doesn't it?
good.
Yes.
Just to think it's been nearly a year since we unveiled Capaldi.
All right, it's about.
Steven?
August the
final
4th it was. Yeah.
Just one thing. Do you happen to know how to fly this thing?
Yeah.
I don't like the colour,
We will
Steve.
find out on August 23rd.
Yes.
Beefhead.
I just want to know what we're going to get next Friday. 2 weeks in a row, we've had something pop out on a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eager to see if something happens next week.
Yeah.
Look on the bright side, Beef.
Aside from
You
the
didn't have to watch it.
obvious.
I wish you didn't have to watch EastEnders tonight.
I wish we had ponies in Game of Thrones on that, but we don't.
Yes.
Well, does Arya know of a pony? All right. Technically.
Tim.
I'd just like to say Happy Independence Day, everybody.
Yes, happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
Of course, I know we're full. We say that while we're full of people from the UK here, so I don't want to be offensive, but I am proud to be American. I am proud
There's nothing
that
wrong
we
with that.
left your. I'm proud to say that we left your country.
and I'm proud to say thank fuck.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Woo woo woo! No, actually, at least we're not a bunch of Alexander Rootsevs around here. So,
Ooh.
so yes, happy 4th of July, everybody. This has been Matt's WhoShack on its new channel, live on the S.C.A.B network. Again, that's the Super Cyber Awesome Bros. So, on behalf of the Super Cyber Awesome Bros, yeah, I'm Matt, he's Mike, and we will see you next time. And thank you for picking the S.C.A.B with us. Good night.
Peace.
Come back,
Peace.
DAVROS. We love you.
We love you long time.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Son of a bitch. There goes my cocaine. To no result.
Bye-bye, everybody.
See you later.